what is your thought or goal for getting back next season?
Bueno, ahora mismo lo que se base, lo que se pronostica es operarme lo más pronto posible y de ahí trabajar para tratar de recuperarme, tener una pronta recuperación.
I mean, what we have, the plan is to go through surgery, as soon as possible and try to recuperate as soon as possible. That's really what we foresee.
How would you kind of describe these first 8 games you had, obviously, before this injury? Just how do you look back on your experience in the majors?
Bueno, yo lo diría como una experiencia buena. O sea, me siento afortunado de poder estar aquí y jugar esos 8 juegos y poder haber compartido con todos los muchachos aquí en el clubhouse y ver cómo realmente aquí fue algo muy bonito para mí, muy maravilloso.
Really good experience, fortunate to be here, to be able to play those 8 games, and really see how it is in this clubhouse, inside this clubhouse in the big league. So really good experience.
Have you talked to Glaber or anybody who's had this?
Algunos de los muchachos que han pasado por ese tipo de operación.
No todavía.
Not yet.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Anzo. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Yankees. They're not making it to the playoffs. Not only that, but we're going to talk about Jasson Dominguez, and also just like the Yankees are just getting injured just all of a sudden after they're out of contention. And not only that, but we're going to talk about the A-Rat stuff, A-Rod, and some things that he basically snitched on a few people. And so let's get into it. So it's pretty obvious that the Yankees are out of contention. This season has gone to the crapper, and sometimes you just feel like, damn, like, do I even want to watch some of these games, especially now that Jasson Dominguez is gone, and unfortunately he is injured, and he's going to need like a Tommy John surgery. He tore his UCL, and that doesn't make it any easier to watch this Yankee team, because the Yankees being out of the playoffs, that's not baseball. But anyways, Jasson Dominguez is actually injured, and that really sucks because the kid hit like 4 home runs in like 8 games or 7 games or something, and he set a record. And it was pretty awesome to see him hit his first home run here in Houston. And man, I was going nuts and crazy for that, and also just for the fact that we get to see these guys coming up so quickly and their potential for next season. But then that kind of got torn apart by the fact that he got injured, and that's his throwing arm. And this is something similar that Bryce Harper went through, and he went from having surgery in November to coming back in May. And if you don't remember that story, basically like he really, really made a huge effort to come back as soon as possible, and he came back. And usually it takes longer than just November to May. And usually it takes like 12 to 14 months. But the guy, he's a fighter. He made it happen. Hopefully we can expect the same from Jasson Dominguez, as he did say that he is looking to have surgery as soon as possible. And that's good to hear, because we're not trying to wait till December or something like that for him to go in and have surgery. We want this kid ready to go so he can be our center fielder next season. Unfortunately, he probably won't be the starting center fielder, but for sure, we're going to have someone else, probably some bargain if we have Brian Cashman still around. But Jasson Dominguez seems to be like the real deal. I loved what I saw so far from him, and hopefully we get to see more of that next season and not too late into the season.
Jasson, for the start you were off to in your major league career, just how frustrated are you to have this happen?
Bueno, definitivamente algo sorpresivo. O sea, para nada yo me esperaba esto, ni esperaba que esto me fuera a estar pasando, pero yo pienso que al final pasó y lo que hay que trabajar de aquí en adelante.
Yeah, definitely very shocking news, You're never expecting, for this to be the result, And I mean, now understanding that what happened, we have to look forward, and go through it.
Had the pain been getting progressively worse, or did it just really pop up?
Realmente yo lo sentí El domingo que jugamos en Houston fue la primera vez que yo sentí algo. Yo sentí algo algo estaba mal, pero no pensé que era algo grande. O sea, tuvimos un día libre, se sentía un poquito peor. Después yo vine el martes, igual, me dolía, pero después de calentar, yo no lo sentía, yo jugué ese día y el miércoles fue donde yo le dije a los trainers para tener un poquito de tratamiento ahí y se fue poniendo peor hasta hoy que no pude batear.
Yeah, so the first time I felt the discomfort in the elbow was Sunday in Houston, and I felt like something wasn't right, but not preventing me to play. We had a day off on Monday, so Tuesday felt about the same, but warming up and getting loose for the game got to the point where I could play. And then Wednesday, that's when I told the trainers that I was feeling some kind of discomfort that wasn't going away. And since Wednesday had gotten progressively worse.
But it's not something that you did. It wasn't something that after one thing you felt it.
O sea,
Eso fue algo que yo simplemente lo empecé a sentir. No fue que algún movimiento brusco o algo que lo haya causado, en lo que yo entiendo.
Yeah, from what I understand is it was nothing, not one particular action. It was just something that I started feeling. So I can't pinpoint a movement or a certain action that would lead me to think that was it. It's just overall.
Jasson, you said that you felt it Sunday in Houston. Is that a feeling or sensation you had felt at any point this year, whether at AA or AAA?
No, o sea, la primera vez que yo sentí eso fue en Houston el domingo.
No, not at all. First time I felt it was Sunday.
And to top it off, there are a bunch of reports about Alex Rodriguez. If you remember our beloved third baseman, legendary Alex Rodriguez. I love the guy no matter what's being said about him. But anyways, he's being called a rat, a rat, get it? Basically getting thrown around again about all of that steroid allegations, which ended up being true that he did, take steroids and blah, 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 and all this stuff and lied about it. And basically what's coming out right now, which I thought was kind of obvious before, but I don't know, I guess this is brand new news. But he ratted out on some of these guys, such as Manny Ramirez and Ryan Braun, and also a third person that supposedly is unknown, but is an all-star, and they were never tested, or they never tested positive, and they're unknown, at least to the public. And so I wonder who that third person is. I don't think it's Big Papi. I mean, maybe you could say it's Big Papi, but I doubt it with how close they are on TV and everything. Could it be Derek Jeter? I mean, that would be something that would give that, dynamic as to why they hated each other. But I doubt that, of course, as well. Jeter would have been jacked and hitting some more homers. But anyways, yeah, A-Rod and some other third all-star besides Ryan Braun and Manny Ramirez. The guy snitched. And, A-Rod snitched, and, I'm sure it was for his benefit. And, yeah, I mean, that's basically all the reports that are going around and just how A-Rod, snitched and did his thing. But what can you expect from A-Rod? I mean, the guy is a very good baseball player. I mean, even without the steroids, the guy is really good. But of course, I mean, when you get up to that level, sometimes not everyone can be a Derek Jeter. You got to have an ego on you sometimes, and, A-Rod was one of the best guys to have that ego on him to go out there and perform. And so you give and take, whatever, but A-Rod is a rat a little bit in this case. He snitched on those other guys, but, Manny Ramirez, I mean, anyone could have told you that he was taking something, right? Ryan Braun and his apology, I mean, it's just opening up a can of worms that was already closed a long time ago. So it's just like, why is everyone bringing this up? Like, the Yankees are not making it to the playoffs, so now we're going to talk about an old Yankees player. But anyways, that's the past. What can you really do about that? Not much. A-Rod has already brought his life together, figured things out, and I feel like he's really making an effort to have people really like him. And, I don't know. All this stuff is just like blah, 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 whatever. Who really cares if he ratted out a couple of guys? I mean, those guys were going to get caught either way. I'm just curious about who's that third all-star because that could probably be the one right there that got away with cheating. But besides that, let me know how you guys feel down in the comments down below. I think what's going to be interesting in baseball right now is just the Astros, the Texas Rangers, and the Seattle Mariners all fighting to try to see who can get in. And hey, I think that's going to be the series to watch. Yankees right now is just like, dude, the season's over. Just pack it up. Like, let's go home and let's wait for 2024, really, to be honest. Because we don't have Jasson Dominguez. We need the guy. That was like the most exciting thing this time around, especially if we're not making it to playoffs. But I guess the Yankees could ruin some playoff chances or just spoil, whatever. And hopefully the Yankees can do something. Yet they do have their eye on some pitcher. So, we'll get into that in another video. But besides that, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.